Hi, everybody. We here at McStabber Studios appreciate you tuning in to see our tabletop RPG streams. Some of the content of our streams may be a bit mature and cause emotional responses in viewers. We really take the well-being of our viewers very seriously, and we want you to do what you need to if something triggers you. Mute the stream, take a break, or just skip an episode. Otherwise, if you decide to stay tuned in, we are available in chat during the streams to talk you through it if you need that. Thank you so much, and we hope you enjoy this game session.
Why dost thou sit upon my grave and will dead lips to speak? Why dost thou weep upon my grave and will not let me sleep? My breast it is as cold as clay, my breath is earthly strong, and if you kiss my cold clay lips, your days they won't be long. How oft on yonder grave, sweetheart, where we were wont to walk, the fairest flower that e'er I saw has withered to a stalk. When will we meet again, sweetheart? When will we meet again? When the autumn leaves that fall from trees are green and spring up again. How oft on yonder grave, sweetheart, where we were wont to walk, the fairest flower that e'er I saw has withered to a stalk.
Good evening and welcome to McStabber Studios' Wraith Life Derailed. I am the storyteller, Shanky McStabber.
And I am Tam, and I play Isaac Candy.
And I'm Ravina, and I play Margot Fallon.
I am House, and I play Noah Frost.
And I'm Relyn Dare, and I'm playing Alexis Langley.
I'm Uriel, and I'm playing Tark Channing.
And once again, Evie Eternal had something pop up that she really just unexpectedly can't make it tonight. And that's the nature of a game, and that's the nature of being an adult. So it happens, and we will address that in the story, of course. Last week, when you watched this, we ended on a bit of a cliffhanger, of course, which is Tark saw his wife out there. And he come running out of the building because I think he got a little bit upset on that one. So prior to that, you learned about the coins and the drones, and generally there's worse things to be than the kind of dead you are, though I think the preference would have been alive. But this is where we're going to pick up. The Code of Charon forbids us to consort with the living. Still, it is difficult to ignore the tears of our loved ones or the gloating cries of our murderers. While we unequivocally condemn blatant violations of the barrier between the living and the dead, we cannot prevent minor lapses. And this is where we're opening the scene with Tark running out the building. And yes, Tark, as you come completely out, you see Esmeralda. And I knew I was going to mess it up. Aoife and Aiden, all out front of the building, gathered around the car. And actually, Esmeralda's hugging them at the moment. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. Don't worry. We'll get through this somehow. And for the rest of the circle here, who goes out to follow and who does not? That's the first question. I know Noah was already outside. Okay.
Margot is probably going to come out too.
Okay.
Isaac is staying inside.
Isaac is going to stay inside with Aurora, who is also in the building at the time. And for those that want to go outside, you're looking at, like I said before, teenagers, 2 of them. One, you'd guess, is close to driving age, the girl. She appears to be the older of the 2. She's actually quite tanned and apparently spends quite a bit of time out in the sun. But the younger one is the son, and he doesn't seem like the son type. He's rather pale. Seems like he spends a lot more time indoors. And as you come out, you catch the end of the conversation of the mother crying. And you actually hear, Aoife, it'll be all right, Mom. We'll figure it out. I can't believe this happened.
And I'm right there next to them at this point.
And it's odd. You're dead. You can smell her perfume on the air. You can smell the car scent still lingering behind from when they came out. That smell you get in cars you've had a while. And you can hear every hitch, every crack in her voice. I just can't believe I told him to give this up, to stop. And he just wouldn't. He was determined to do this, and now look what happened.
I'm still here. You can't see me. I don't have any way of letting you know, but I'm still here.
And the son, Aiden speaks up.
Ask.
What a fucking joke, Tark. Do you remember the last thing she said to you before you left? Your son, look at him. Well, son, that's a generous term. Disappointment's more like it. They didn't care about you. She didn't care about what you loved. Your daughter's the only closest thing to anything that understood you. And now they're here feigning sympathy. What a joke.
It's not a joke. I mean, he's been a little bit of a disappointment.
And your son, you hear him. So you can't believe the words coming out of his mouth right now. Why are we even here, Mom? Why do we stop here? I've got to meet somebody here. There's somebody asked me to meet him here. He's looking to get a statement from us. And your daughter begins to sob harder. We had that wine we were planning to make, and I don't even know if I can finish it. It's too much.
It's okay. That's not important. You need to be with your mom.
It'll be fine. We'll figure it all out. I just hope his damn trip was worth it.
Not yet. And I'm just like staring.
Your daughter's right. It's not important. You know what you need to do? You need to find that goddamn thief who stole your work. She never understood.
And all of you, outside of course, not the ones in the building, hear the unmistakable crunch of tires as another vehicle pulls up. One that you've actually already seen before. It's the black Crown Vic. When it pulls up, out steps Agents Buchanan and Palmer. Alexis, please roll your permanent willpower. Difficulty is 8, and tell me how many successes you get. Not enough. When Palmer gets out, you notice there's something clipped to his belt. A badge. Your badge. And seeing it clipped on his belt like it is, grabs you. And to everyone here watching, you see Alexis standing there, and then you see her form come apart and move towards this badge and go inside it. Alexis, you are in the badge. It's not an unpleasant feeling to you. It actually feels rather comforting. Almost a little energizing.
What just happened?
Yeah, where'd she go?
And Thomas is still in the building. He hasn't seen any of this. What are you doing, Alexis?
I have no fucking clue.
In the badge.
I know, but I have no I'm like, okay, this is not bad, but what the fuck is this?
Do I get any feeling that it's similar to what happened to me when I went and got control of the helicopter?
Maybe. It's hard to tell. I mean, you didn't see yourself merge to it like that, like she did.
Now, at the point where I went into it, I was still incorporeal from the damage from walking into the building and then thus out.
It heals.
It heals. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to get out because this is interesting, but I don't want to sit around. I've got stuff to do.
Doesn't take much work. You just think of getting out, and you're out. Suddenly you see Alexis, like, coalesce out of the badge. She's almost standing on top of Agent Buchanan at this point. Now, a question for Isaac. Are you watching from the window, or are you just busying yourself?
I would be talking with Prudence if possible.
Okay. And we will get to your scene in a minute.
Where did you go, Alexis?
You hear Esmeralda. There you are, Agent Buchanan.
I went inside my badge. It's the weirdest thing.
And you saw me. I was transparent when I went into it. I'm not anymore.
Did I told you what I experienced? It was anything like that?
No, it felt really comforting.
You always did find the badge to be your home. Too bad your husband couldn't make you feel that way.
It is too bad he couldn't. Anyway. Sorry.
Is there something about that object that's...
It was always important to me. I spent my entire adult life wearing a badge.
Noah.
Noah, yeah.
Noah just kind of places his hand on his pocket and just like pats the flask, just remembering like what had happened. Is like, so maybe some items are good and some items not so good.
Or it might be the intent. I felt drawn to it, but I didn't try to take it.
Yeah. That sounds healthier.
Yeah.
And you hear Agent Buchanan. I'm glad you agreed to meet me here, Miss Tiernan. She goes, saying Tiernan, yes. I'm sorry we have to do this here. There's no close by place I can take you other than this. I have arranged with the owners that we can use the wedding hall over there. Agent Palmer is just going to ask you a couple questions. He just wants to find out what your husband was doing on the train. And if you want to just go in, we'll be right in behind you. I just need to talk to my partner just for a second here. And before we go in there, I want to flash to Isaac inside the building.
Miss Prudence. I'm sorry, I don't know the proper way. I want to be respectful.
You can call me mistress, or you can call me good wife. I was married, but I guess you could say I'm not now, but...
I'm sure you were a perfect wife.
And what can I call you?
Isaac. My friends call me Isaac.
Master Isaac, okay.
I don't know if I like the sound of master, but... about this train. This, I think you called it Midnight Express?
That's what it's called.
How does it work to go somewhere, and we've been forbidden to do so many things. Are we forbidden to ride it or something as well?
You'd have to ask Master Tom for all the details, of course. He probably knows more than I do about it. And when she says this, you look over and Thomas seems off at the moment. He's looking out a different window than the front, and he seems very lost in himself at the moment and not, oddly enough, not paying attention to your conversation, which is, for him, not normal.
He seems a little distracted, so that's why I thought I'd ask you. I don't mean to bother you and weigh you down with anything.
From what I understand, there's a price sometimes not. The ferrymen decide when. It's kind of to each their means, but it's the ferrymen who decide these things, not, it's their train, they run it. And they say that even, if you believe it, Master Isaac, that even the specters are known to ride it. Dark creatures that they are, all are safe on the train. But
thank you.
I wouldn't be able to tell you the easy way to find one. It stops everywhere and nowhere. They say you've got to find a train station the right train station and be there at midnight. It always stops at midnight. Don't even ask me how that even works. I don't understand how it could be midnight everywhere and stopping places, but
I guess
it does.
It's always midnight somewhere.
But I've heard it stop in Richmond and D.C. on the same day at midnight. But how does it do that?
Well, we're dead. And we've walked through walls.
It'd have to be something related to that. It's that ferryman thing that when you see one, you understand. They're creepy. They're just gives me the shivers.
Like, is there anything I can do to help out around here? I feel so useless. I was a bartender. I mean, I'm used to helping people and taking care of things.
I mean, it's not like we don't do maintenance. I don't even have to like dust. I mean, I've tried to dust and it didn't really work well. So when the dust builds up, it just gets thicker and thicker. I mean, thankfully, when we walk through it doesn't stir up and that used to play on my allergies bad, but now it's okay. Now, as you're having this talk, those that are outside, because it didn't take long for Buchanan, you see Esmeralda start heading towards the door. Yes.
Do I notice anyone inside looking at me?
In the building?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone was looking at you. So
Okay.
you don't see anybody.
No, I wasn't thinking about people.
No spirits that only ones so in there you know are
Thomas.
Thomas, Isaac, Prudence, and Aurora.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
you don't see them.
I don't see any of them at the front
No.
windows? Okay.
And you'd be able to see them actually pretty well because the windows, they're raggedy and got gaps in them. You can see faces in it. But you do hear the oddest thing between Buchanan and Palmer.
Yeah, I'm sticking close to them.
And Palmer leads over to Buchanan. Hey, man, did you check out her ass? Buchanan's like, Jesus Christ, really? Really? 'Cause what? I mean, I can console a widow. Buchanan's like, dude, at least wait till the investigation over.
Asshole.
I'll wait. Don't worry. But Palmer, wait a minute, Palmer. Weren't you hitting on that reporter just a little while ago? You know me, B. I mean, gotta play the field. Really? Really? And
Storyteller, I'm going to roll weirdness.
okay, you're going to roll weirdness. I don't think she likes that train of thought. Now, so you know, Noah, you heard this entire conversation?
Where is this taking place?
Right at the car, right in front of the building. And so did Tark.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to roll weirdness.
Mm-hmm.
So Margot didn't hear it at all?
Margot heard it too. You're outside.
Oh, yeah.
Your hearing is that sharp. While she's rolling, I will let the shadow speak.
I want him to feel like something's crawling on him.
Okay, but let's let the...
Sorry, Shadow.
You're good. It's no fucking coincidence that she's here. You don't think she let her... You don't think she let him on? Come on, man.
No, that's never... No, don't even go there. That would never happen.
The target here, because of the nature of this place, is 8. 3 over target 8. Damn. As he finishes what he's saying, he... Damn, did you feel that? Something... And
Show some fucking respect.
Buchanan goes, that's your conscience. Told you that about you.
I don't know how many times I made him read The Feminist Mystique. I really don't know how many times.
Honestly, he needs some serious training.
And
Oh, yeah.
Palmer goes, just let me do the interview this time, B. That's fine. And then he goes, oh, yeah, Once we're done here, we're going to take the badge to Alexis's husband. And they start walking in.
I'm going to follow them really fucking close.
And only Alexis heard that part, the last part of that.
Noah is going to stick with Tark. If he stays outside, he'll stay out. If he follows, Noah will follow.
And Esmeralda and both of your kids have gone in.
I'm following Esmeralda very closely. I'm just trying to look at her, just get a look at her face again. Now, is what I see of her, is that affected by death sight? I mean, is she aged? Or?
She's not affected by the death sight. She actually has a glow to her. And I'm going to let you roll. Let me pull up that sheet real quick because there's a roll you can make that has to do with this. I just got to find my right note I have here because I have so many notes. Player summary. There we go. That's the one I need. You get to roll life sight. Perception, empathy. Difficulty is 5. And we'll watch the Steve Paradise strike.
Not this time. 3.
3? Mm-hmm. Let me answer a question real quick. 3. Actually, you can feel as you're looking at her, she has the glow that all the quick do. And she is devastated. Just crushed. You can feel the sadness coming off in waves. And it's hits you like a ton of bricks as you're looking at her. You can almost feel it in the glow around her. It's hard to explain from somebody, you never felt right off of somebody like that. Now, I've got to check something real fast for one of the players because this is something... Yeah, I've got to check. Because I don't know if that power works on quick. Because y'all are getting a little upset at these people. I don't know what y'all's problem is.
And while you're doing that, I'm just saying inside my head to my shadow, see? You don't have to. You were completely wrong.
Yes, it does. To the one who asked me a question, yes, that power does work.
Question before I mask up.
Yes.
Does the shadow feel the same thing that the psyche felt in regards to
You
that
have all
power?
the knowledge that the psyche has.
Okay. That's not despair over you. It's selfish and you know it. She's mad she didn't stop you. But she didn't care about what you loved. Come on. Think. You're supposed to be smart.
Oh, man. You're so wrong. That can't be. No, I won't.
As you go in, you follow in, of course. Everyone follow him in, or I know Alexis is sticking with Buchanan. And Noah has already said he's following Tark. What is Margot doing?
Margot's hanging outside.
You're going to hang outside?
Clarification, storyteller, was that Buchanan that said that, or Palmer?
Which part? About the badge?
Yeah.
Palmer said it to Buchanan.
Okay.
And Esmeralda's left the door open, which makes it very easy this time for the Restless to go through.
Noah's gonna...
Come on, Margot. Don't you want to go inside and see what Rune's doing?
At the moment, no.
Noah's going to go up to Tark. At the risk of asking an obvious question, I'm assuming that is your family.
Yes, it is. That's my wife, Esmeralda. And my daughter, Aoife. And my son, Aiden.
I'm sorry. as someone who's seen a loved one grieve since what happened, I can empathize with you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Noah's gonna uncharacteristically go in and give him a hug.
Okay.
I understand.
Yeah, I accept.
Now I've got to send a message. Hang on.
This is the weird part now.
Okay.
Do you not recognize him? God, you've read the paper. You know he's a journalist. It can't be a coincidence that he's here with you. Use him. If you're not gonna go and fucking find it yourself, find who stole your work, use him. At least he has some brains, he has some insight.
And you have a message, Noah? And when you go inside, Buchanan takes Aoife and Aiden, pulls them aside to speak with them, leaving Palmer to sit at the table with your wife, Tark. Now, of course, the rest of you in here, Isaac, Thomas suddenly becomes very interested when people come inside. And
Alexis looks at Noah, tries to get his attention.
Noah would, after he broke away from Tark, if I'm sure he's observant enough, I'm sure he would catch
She just
Alexis.
leans her head over towards Palmer and the wife. And then she moves towards Buchanan and the kids.
I will make my way over towards the two she directed me to.
okay. Tark, you're sticking with the conversation of Palmer and
Yes.
Esmeralda. Margot is outside. Isaac, are you interested in this particular gathering all of a sudden?
I'll watch and pay attention since the conversation with Prudence is obviously over.
She's told you what she knows. You have to ask Thomas for more, but I don't think you're going to. I think Isaac has got enough to know, you know the line, you know where the nearest train stations are. That's all you need. And we will deal with Buchanan in a second.
That's fine.
When Noah and Tark, you see Palmer sit down. I'm going to let you both roll perception and empathy against the difficulty of 6.
1.
Will my insightful count as a bonus?
Yes.
And empathy, you said?
Yes, that is correct. And I will also let Isaac roll it, who's kind of watching from a distance.
I had, with a 10 train, I had 5 successes.
Wow.
Woo!
Impressive.
I'm sorry, what was our target again? Just to make
6.
sure I've got this. That's what I thought you said.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, make that, sorry. I was focused on the 9s and the 10. I forgot a 7, so that's 6 successes.
Damn it, man.
I only got
Wow.
5. I feel like I got shorted now.
Man, 5, 7. And how many did Tark get?
1.
Yeah, Tark is clueless on what's going on here. For Isaac and Noah, for all the talk, of course, Isaac didn't hear that conversation about being a dog. Palmer is laying down some groundwork. You can see it in his posture. You can see it how he just casually brushes against her once in a while talking with her. It's obvious this man knows what he's doing and knows how to ingratiate himself with someone.
Can Margot be sneaking over to look in the window to observe this stuff going on?
Well, if you wish to be sneaking in the window.
Oh, yeah.
Isaac is just going to blurt out, "What a fucking ass! Tark, you see what he's doing to your wife?"
Yeah.
And when it's mentioned, when it's mentioned, it comes obvious.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hold on. Give her some credit. He talked about my wife, and if I know anything, she would not give someone like this the time of day. Tark, you know your wife. Is she susceptible?
No.
Yeah, you say that, but guys, this is how I made my tips. Trust me. They're hurting. You're gone. It's making an impact.
That's... Mm-hmm.
And you can't. Our Palmer starts off with, I know this is a very difficult time for you, Miss Sang, but I hope you understand there's an investigation and we're just trying not to evoke.
Sang what?
He didn't say it.
Mm-hmm.
He only used her name. And we're just trying to get to the bottom of why your husband was on the train.
Yeah, we know what bottom he's getting to.
What he was going on. And I understand it's a painful time, and I'm not wanting to bring up these bad memories for you, but...
Yes, he is.
We just want to know something. Oh, hang on. Somebody's interrupted me with some more sneaky shit. Y'all just fucking busting out powers already. And now I know what to do. Okay. Your shadow gains an angst.
Whose?
Alexis's shadow gains an angst. Please make a note, Alexis's shadow. That's all. Because that's one of the things of the thing. And you can roll. I'm going to let you roll it. It's going to be obvious. They'll be able to see. But not to the people alive in here, so you're safe from that part. Manipulation, intimation. Or sorry, it's Margot. Sorry, not Alexis. See, I can't read tonight. So, sorry. Margot's shadow gains an angst. Margot, go ahead. They'll notice it from outside. They're going to see what you're doing, but I don't think you care. The target number. Target number is only 5.
Oh my God.
Oh, fuck. Fuck. Margot's shadow gained 2 more pathos.
You mean 2 more angst?
2 more angst. 2 more.
Temporary or full scale?
Temporary.
Holy hell.
You see something. A dark shadow come off of Palmer and shoot towards the window a little bit as it's dissipating. And Palmer's body posture changes. He suddenly leans back. His countenance gets a little bit more colder. I mean, we need to know, why was your husband on there? And the softness was gone from his voice. And the politeness is missing. He is suddenly acting like you would have expected an FBI agent to act. Now, you all saw something fly, and you saw who's standing at the window.
Margot's going to kind of turn her back a little. She kind of did a quick glance, and she's kind of leaning now.
Am I able to infer that she did something?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You can infer she just did something. You don't know what.
And Alexis is grinning from ear to ear.
And Esmeralda goes, he went to a conference. He goes to them from time to time. He makes drones, non-military. And Palmer's, are you sure non-military? Does he have any ties to the DoD? No, he doesn't. He doesn't want his stuff used for that. Miss Sang Tiernan, you go ahead.
Oh, now she fucking cares. That's not how she felt before you left. Tark.
Do you know of any reason? Someone may have, does your husband have any enemies? We'll say that. No, I mean, not that I know of. Why? I thought this was an accident. And he's like, the investigation's ongoing. I can't give out any details. But as standard in these investigations, we need to make sure, ask of everybody the same questions. Do you know of any reason why someone may have targeted your husband? And at those words, Esmeralda, you see her crack. And she just immediately starts sobbing, uncontrollably. What do you mean, target? He just made drones. He doesn't do anything that anyone would kill him over. Palmer, no compassion in him. Well, I mean, you may not think that, but someone may have. I just can't. I can't do you. It's crazy. You can't say that. He just made drones. He wanted to make the farms better, to make it easier for farmers to track their crops, not. And let me flash over to Buchanan. Go ahead.
So, he's right, you know. We've got to find who did this, who stole your work, and if they are responsible. Quit being an idiot, Tark.
I hate agreeing with you, but you're right.
And Buchanan seems to... He's making small talk with the kids. But he's also drawing information out of them at the same time. Asking what they like to do. Probing for hobbies they may have shared with their father. Or perhaps bits and pieces. And Alexis, you do pick up that Tark was very close with his daughter. Very close. They shared a lot of the same passions. The son, on the other hand, says a number of very negative things about his father. About how his father didn't understand that one day he was going to be famous on Twitch playing video games, and his dad didn't believe that was possible. He was wanting to be the next ninja or the next Shroud, and his father kept telling him Tark kept telling him that was a fool's goal to, you need to make something.
Yeah, that's not a man's career.
Alexis looks over at Tark and says, "Children are always like night and day."
And when Esmeralda raises her voice, you see Buchanan notice it really quick. And immediately, I'll be right back, kids. Just let me go talk to my partner a minute. And he goes over and he puts his hand right on Palmer's shoulder and says, "Agent Palmer, let me speak to you a minute."
Noah's going to go outside, by the way.
Okay.
To find Margot.
Okay. And when Buchanan pulls Palmer away.
I follow.
Dude, fuck are you doing? Questioning her. Look, you don't get any information if you piss them off and you get them. I mean, look at her. She's not even coherent now. And Tarek, you're seeing that she has literally broken down to the point where her head is just on the table and all she's doing is crying. Muttering over and over the same thing. This can't be real. It can't. This can't be real. And
I'm going to roll whispers.
okay. They breaking all the rules.
Margot is also just faux leaning against the wall.
The difficulty in here is 7, not 8.
Can I use my eloquent, since I am using my voice?
Yes. For whispers, yes you can. You can reroll your 10. If you have any.
I do.
Yeah, she's unconsolable. He's like, look, we need to get these statements. Okay?
You said my difficulty was what? I'm sorry.
7.
Try to put my arm around her just as reflex from being alive, but obviously
that is 5 successes.
So you get 5 sentences that you can say across the shroud. Now, remember, when you do it, everybody can hear it. It's not going to be just a 1. Everybody,
all
dead and alive.
All the Wraith? Oh, okay.
Dead and alive.
She's going to basically walk towards the door first. And as she's walking, she's just going to say, he needs reassigned. He's not cut out for this.
You all hear that. And Thomas's head whips around. Now, damn it, Missy! What did I tell you?
Call me Missy one more fucking time.
What did I tell you?
You haven't told me the truth. And you haven't told us what we can do.
I've told you not to do that. So
how about you fucking start talking?
And Prudence immediately goes, you hear her foot hit the floor. You hear it. If y'all are going to do this, you're going to get out of my house. You will not take that here. Both of you. You will have manners, or you are not welcome here. And Thomas goes, yes, Mistress Prudence. We're not done with this conversation, though.
Oh, no, we're not.
We will finish it. And Buchanan goes, you've done upset her. You need to just stop, okay? Now we're going to have to wait till later to do the rest of this interview. And it's kind of important. We need to find this. And Palmer looks at his phone. That's fine. It's fine, B. Fine. I'm just not feeling right at the moment. Hey, good news. The waitress, she's serious but stable condition. Hey, B, check this out. Look at that. And he shows him something on the phone.
Isaac's going to walk over and look.
So is Alexis.
I knew you would. It says, very simply, the doctors say the twins will survive. Ken looks at it. Wow. Talk about luck. In that kind of accident, didn't lose the babies? Apparently not.
Oh, wow, Itzhak. you're not going to be around to see your kiddos. Isn't that oddly familiar?
Thanks, Dave.
And Buchanan goes, you know, can you believe it? I got a text. That shitbag husband of Alexis's says he's not coming to identify the body. He says he doesn't care if it's her or not. And Palmer's like, that's fucked up, B. But hey. Oh, I'm sorry, B. I didn't mean to upset you. Buchanan goes, it's just a waste. Should have told her. Should have told her.
Told me what?
You were walking out the door.
I'm standing at the door. I can still hear.
Mm-hmm.
And I just say that to myself. I'm not saying that,
Yeah.
using anything special.
It's too late now. It's too late. So what's Margot doing outside with Noah?
Am I able to find her? Is she still in the same spot?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, she's out there.
Noah would go up to her. What did you do?
He pissed me off.
So you're just playing fast and loose with these abilities now? Did you not learn from what just happened to me?
Excuse me.
You don't know what the consequences of doing this are.
I don't think any of us know what the consequences of doing this are. Yes, you made a mistake.
Exactly. So you're just going around doing things to people on the other side? I know people used to pay you to do stuff like that, but they consented.
And he was one of the people that consented.
It's really messed up. And not even beyond the fact that you're not giving her a chance to respond. That scumbag was hitting on my wife, but I know her. She wouldn't give him the time of day. And you're making decisions on her behalf and putting us all in danger? How selfish.
Oh, wow, selfish. Everyone's a little fucking selfish. But the truth of the matter is, he's an asshole. I'd been working on him trying to teach him self-respect, to treat women properly, and he pulls this shit.
When you're just hurting him, that's one thing. But when you put us all in danger, that is selfish.
Don't listen to him, Margot. It's not your fault. You were doing the right thing.
Can it? Not you, Noah, the thing.
I mean, I can keep going if you want.
Sure, go ahead. Try and self-flagellate all you want.
I had plenty of that when I had people threatening my wife in this nightmare. It's easy to joke about it now, but until it happens to you, and I swear I hope it does not happen to you, keep joking. It's not going to be so funny.
I'm not trying to make light of anything. Yes, I understand what I did might have been a south side of proper for a little bit, but he deserved it.
Tapping into our baser instincts rarely leads to good consequences. And again, she seems like someone that probably can handle herself. But don't give her that choice.
So I'm not allowed to defend my gender now? Now that I'm a ghost?
That you don't understand.
Oh, I do understand. You see, the thing is, I have a husband. I have 2 kids. I was divorcing my husband so that I could actually marry the person I actually wanted to, finally.
And you made that choice. You defended yourself.
Yeah.
You were able to do it yourself. You defended yourself. You did something to that man without him realizing. You probably scared the hell out of... You made things worse. If you didn't look in there, you turned your back on it, I'm assuming. You made things worse for her. She's now a worse mess because of whatever you did. But no, let's just do this all willy-nilly. It's fine. And he turns around and leaves.
Okay. Now, for the rest of the people in the building. Everyone got enough successes. As you're listening to Esmeralda cry, you hear a very odd phrase come from her mouth. You never even got to find out about the babies.
What? And he's talking to her. Obviously, he's not going to answer. But what babies? What are you talking about?
She only said it once. But that phrase made her sob even harder. And your daughter comes over and hugs her mom. And Buchanan comes back over and Miss Sangtiernan, I'm sorry. We're going to have to finish this interview another time. We've got an issue popped up that we gotta go take care of. But I'll be in touch again. And when he says I'll be in touch again, he actually looks over at Palmer. And you can tell when he says I'll be in touch, he means without Palmer. And 1 second, I got to answer a question here. That's an interesting question. Bunch of questions. See, here's the thing about this game. For the viewers, because of the nature of this game, the shadows can't say at the table a lot of things that shadows are doing because that's the nature of the shadow, actually. And so that's the way this is. But you can see now that Tark, your wife's losing it. And as you stand there, you see Palmer and Buchanan go to leave. And as they walk by Alexis, you distinctly see a flicker of flames in Palmer's eyes. You could almost swear he looked at you as he walked by. Almost.
I'm going to follow.
Thomas comes out the building with you.
It's got to be a clue. He's in it with your husband.
Husband may be irrelevant, but he's definitely interesting.
What is everybody else doing? I assume Tark is going to sit here beside his wife and just hope. Noah has walked off. Margot is out front, obviously angry.
Noah would have been out front. Can I make a... what is it? The ambush roll?
Oh, yes. You can make that one.
I think it's just perception plus fatalism.
Yes, I do believe so as well. But I can double check. Perception, fatalism. The difficulty of this one, the shroud is 8 outside the building. 7 in the building, but 8 outside.
8 outside?
Yes.
And one's cancel, so no successes, but not a botch.
Okay. You don't really get a sense of any fate at the moment.
Okay.
But What is Isaac doing at this point when she goes? You see Alexis is going to follow him.
Isaac has walked towards the back of the room and he's mumbling to himself, and I don't know if the others can hear it or not, but he's thinking about where all the train stations are in the area and how long it would take to walk to one.
And it's obvious they're getting to the car. And you see them?
Can I go back into my badge?
You can.
I'm going to.
As Alexis goes and forms herself into this badge, you all hear, even Isaac, very clearly. A laugh from the roof of this building that you were just in. And this is where we are going to go to break. We will be back in 10 minutes.
Getting a success on that ambush would have been super nice.
Yes, it would have.
She lives in murk and shadow, cold as the alleys of stone. She's a blur in the window, a prisoner of the underworld. She watches life from the gloom. Friends she lost and lovers too. That simple life she once knew, before the cursed dark consumed. And every clock is broken, and every step is hopeless, living in the gloom. And every day gets longer, till no one can remember, lost in the gloom. She sings a song to the moon, the loneliest song you ever knew. A friend she lost, lovers too, of life before she fell to gloom. She watches life from the gloom. Friends she lost and lovers too. That simple life she once knew, before the curse into dark consumed. Hush, child, open your eyes, you are not alone. We are your dark ones, holding you close. Come dance with us, dance in the darkness. We've been waiting for you. That world doesn't want you like we do. We see you, for in the night, fire shines bright. Come dance with us, dance in the darkness. Oh, how we've been waiting for you. Why fight the night when the night is endless? Why cling to the light when the light always diminishes? Come dance in the dark and you will be fearless. Let the dark kill the love in your heart till your heart is painless. Come, let's leave this world behind. Dance with the dark ones in your mind. Come, let's leave them all behind. Dance with the dark ones. Dance with the dark ones. Hush, child, open your eyes. You are not alone. We are your dark ones, holding you close. Come dance with us, dance in the darkness. We've been waiting for you. That world doesn't want you like we do. We see you, for in the night, fire shines bright. Come dance with us, dance in the darkness. Oh, how we've been waiting for you. Why fight the night when the night is endless? Why cling to the light when the light always diminishes? Come dance in the dark and you will be fearless. Let the dark kill the love in your heart till your heart is painless. Why fight the night when the night is endless?
Welcome back. Before the break, the circle had an encounter with some loved ones and with a slimeball FBI agent that some judicious use of power did some odd things to him. Pulled the lust passion right out of him for a bit. And then, of course, it ended with startling revelation that the waitress, Angela, apparently was pregnant. Though I don't think Isaac knew that. And Esmeralda was also pregnant, oddly enough, with twins from both. And then, of course, there was a mad cackle from outside. And that is where we're picking up. Now, everyone here heard the cackle. And when it happened, Isaac, you're in the building. You saw Thomas jump a good foot off the ground, frightened by that.
Being shocked back to attention, Isaac is going to wonder where everybody is and follow them out.
And you hear the same voice that was laughing. You're not getting away from me that easy. And you see Alexis. You can hear a startled noise come from her as she is pulled. As she was going into this badge, she's ripped back out of it.
Motherfucker, get your goddamn hands off me!
I'm up on the roof. I didn't touch you. Yeah. But
Who the fuck are you?
I'm the voice.
Oh, that's presumptuous.
What the hell?
Everybody make a willpower roll, please. Against a target number of 8.
Just will?
Just straight willpower. Yep.
Willpower.
You're permanent. You're permanent willpower, of course.
Sorry, I was thinking wits for some reason.
4?
And subtract off any of the used willpower?
Nope.
Okay.
Only permanent willpower.
2.
2.
3.
You got 4 for Alexis. That's good.
I'm assuming we don't re-roll 10s here.
No. How many did Isaac get?
3.
3, 2.
What was the difficulty?
It was
Target 8.
difficulty was 8.
8.
It's a tough one.
2.
2. 2 didn't do it. 4 did it. You don't feel this. Everyone else is washed in hostility right now. You are angry at each other. You are angry at this thing. You are angry at those who survived. You are filled with anger and rage at the moment.
Quit provoking whatever he is.
I didn't do anything.
Wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Alexis.
I'm sorry, who died and made you my boss?
Well, I died. We all died.
Yeah, but you're not my boss.
Buchanan even looks at Palmer. How the fuck could you do that? Fuck you, B. I'll do what I want.
I'm going to get that guy.
Excuse me? Who died and made you Queen of the Nile?
If it will get you to going and finding out who did this, just let me know and I'll give you a hand.
Oh, honey.
And you see Aiden stomp out of the building and get in the car and just slam the door. Then you also see, followed shortly by, your daughter and your wife, Tart. And they're fighting. Daughter's like, it's your fault. Your fault he did this. It's your fault this happened.
Jeez. Okay.
Storyteller question, is this something that requires the Spectre to maintain concentration?
No.
To do?
No.
Okay.
He's just, you can hear him like breathing in as this is going on.
Oh, he's feeding off
smiling.
of it. You guys really should calm down. Guy up there is feeding off of your angst.
Your daughter gets it, Tark. Maybe you should have paid a little more attention to her. You know she wanted to follow in your footsteps. She sees how things really are. How could you be so blind?
All right, Thomas, why aren't you jumping on his ass? He's doing something that's affecting everybody.
Look. I've tried to help you, and you guys just won't fucking listen to me. So
You're
why the
trying
fuck
to
should I
listen,
stick my
Thomas.
neck out?
Hard to listen when we get circular logic all the time.
You know, Tark. This is the creature speaking. You know, Tark. I think your wife's about to hit her. You want to see Esmeralda smack your daughter?
No, I don't.
So glorious. I enjoy this.
Does she look like
Thomas,
she's gonna...
you little man. He hasn't moved. It's still just, it's almost like an obscene gargoyle crouched on the edge of this building.
You didn't answer, who the fuck are you?
I'm the voice.
Whose voice?
And when I speak, I bring madness.
Hearing that it sounds like a manipulation, that he's admitting it's a manipulation. Can I try a check again?
Yes, you can spend a willpower.
Okay, I will.
To shake it off, to force through will this off you.
Now, Alexis isn't affected by
Nope.
this, but she's just pissy anyway.
But they don't know you're not affected.
Right, but she is just pissy anyway.
Hearing that it sounds like it manipulated, I will spend a willpower to shake it off.
It's the
I'm
bullshit
too
check.
distracted to realize that. So, I just
Guys, Alexis is right.
What?
He's doing something.
What is she right about?
He's doing something. This voice. We have reason to be angry, but we should not be angry with each other.
Exactly.
It's not productive.
Of course not. We should be angry at Thomas. Everybody should be mad at Thomas.
Thomas pulls his knife. I mean,
hey,
I'm kind of getting tired of this. If you got something you want to, you want to jump?
Thomas,
we'll jump. So easy, so easy. And you look over, Buchanan's got Palmer at this point in an arm lock, physically throwing him into the vehicle. And you're pretty sure at this point, Esmeralda's about to backhand your daughter.
Okay. I'm going to go and get in between them. It's not going to do anything, but that's just my reaction.
I am giving a chance for players to react to that.
I don't know what I can do.
You see her true colors. Doesn't care about you. Out to hit your daughter.
Of course she does. Of course she cares.
Does anyone have anything they're going to do to try to prevent this?
I don't know what I can do.
Prevent what specifically?
The mother hitting the daughter.
Mother's about to backhand the daughter. I'm giving players a chance if they have powers they think would be relevant, or, you've got passions that may involve these kinds of things.
No. We're not going to do this again. She's going to do the excise again. And pull the anger out.
Oh, you are just going to feed him a lot.
I know. But kids...
I understand. It actually fits. It fits in a lot of ways. Manipulation, intimation. And the difficulty will be 8 because of the shroud. Because it's shroud or willpower. And in this case, because of you're outside the building and it's not in a more haunted area.
I'm going to use
shroud.
further reflection on her.
I was going to do the same, but you can do it.
All right. I doubt persuasive helps with this.
No.
That's why I didn't mention it before.
Yeah.
What was the difficulty again? 8?
It is 8.
All right, 2 successes this
So
time.
you have 2, and we're going to hold that there. For further reflection, charisma, menosis.
Mm-hmm.
Target number is going to be against the target willpower.
And if I was going to do the same thing, can I aid and like amplify
You can both
this?
roll. You can both roll.
Can both do it.
Okay, then
This one doesn't have a penalty for multiple people doing the same thing.
Okay.
It's charisma, menosis. It is
Because I
going
know
to be
all this angst has got to be affecting shadows too, so that's my logic behind it. So I'm going to try to basically calm some people the fuck down.
Who are you trying to? What are you exactly? Just tell me exactly. Because remember, you're projecting a memory into their mind. You're going to send a calm memory.
The memory is going to be her singing her daughter to sleep.
Okay, so you're sending a memory of you singing your daughter to sleep because you don't have her memories.
No, it's my memory. It's a calm memory.
Right. Okay.
Mhm.
And that is what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be resisted against willpower because it's non-consensual. So target number 6.
That's 3.
Okay. And what was Noah doing?
He is going to put in a memory of Noah listening to Claire, and like a point where Claire would have felt like Noah was acknowledging what she needed and was asking.
Okay. So you will roll charisma menosis. Target number for you is 6 as well. Sounded like a horn. That was awesome.
Okay. 4 successes.
And Alexis got 3. And what did Margot get again?
2.
Okay. Several things happen at once. Alexis, you pushed your memory, but you don't think it took hold. You think her mind didn't know what it was. It doesn't feel it as a memory. But you do feel, Noah, yours. You can definitely feel it. And Margot, you feel it drained off. Now you had 2. You have just fed your shadow 2 more angst.
But the memory also takes angst from the shadow.
Mm-hmm. Well, it lowers. In this case, because there's no shadow, Claire doesn't have a shadow, but it does serve to calm her down and to push.
Claire isn't here.
Or not Claire,
Esmeralda.
sorry. Esmeralda.
We weren't.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It does serve to. Esmeralda doesn't have a shadow, but by pushing the memory in, what it's doing is calming her down.
I wasn't pushing it in Esmeralda.
Well, I'm talking about Noah's.
Oh, okay.
You don't have enough to push it.
Okay.
2 was not enough to push it to anybody.
I didn't do
Or
2.
3.
I got 3.
No, it wasn't enough for it.
Okay.
But yeah, Noah was calming Esmeralda down,
Okay.
and it did.
Okay.
It calmed her down because there's no shadow. You can't pull shit.
I know that.
So you see Esmeralda's hand come up, and then she just kind of drops it and starts crying, and her daughter just gets a shocked look on her face. Very good. I like that. Little
The hell are
Tom
you
must be
doing?
teaching you. Feeding. I know Tom's told you. It's motions, and I'm feeding too.
At the
He hasn't
mention
exactly
of
had
that, Margot
enough
is going
time.
to spend a willpower.
Okay. I just wanted to see who was the new folk around here.
It's a mighty rude introduction.
Well, we can't all be riding trains. How you doing, Itzak?
At this point, I'm just got my hands up and I'm locked eyes on Thomas and the knife. As long as he's got the knife out, I don't care what anybody else says.
I think I got little Tom riled up, didn't I?
Tough guy, Thomas. Got to pull a knife out, huh?
You see Thomas shake. Just all over. and it's visible effort as he puts his knife away.
There you go, Thomas.
And he spins around. Damn you, monster! Me and little Tom go back a little ways. We've run into each other before.
My eyes have diverted back to Buchanan and Palmer.
Oh, Palmer's been arm locked and shoved into the vehicle, and Buchanan's getting behind the driver's seat leaving. Fuck!
You know you want to do it. Let's get focused. If they're going to distract you, might as well do something about it. I can help you.
What can you do to help me?
I could do a lot of things to help. I know
Not
things.
you.
Because I'm...
Not you. My own shadow.
Wouldn't recommend giving them ammunition.
Don't negotiate with terrorists.
Look, I'm just trying to get by like you do. I mean, I've got a feed. I got a right to exist. And now that you can get a good look at him, he's obviously dead. You do see a little bit of the decay at his edges. He's a little tattered. Not as bad as what you saw during your harrowing, Noah, but he's tattered a bit. There's dark splotches on his skin that fade in and out a little from time to time.
Thomas, who is this to you? Who is this? What is this?
It's a Spectre. He's a troublemaker. Always starting shit around these parts. He knows I won't call the Legionnaires, so he comes and fucks around.
Is this what we have to expect around every corner?
You won't call the Legionnaires because you don't want to get taken, do you? I'm feeling charitable today. I'm going to help out. I know some of you got questions. Hey, it's Zach. I know you got a question. I know I can see it.
He's going to look around, look dead at Thomas. How do I get to the train?
That's what I thought. Richmond's the place you go. But, I know what you're looking for. I got good news. I got bad news.
Come on.
Which one do you want? Oh, we're gonna play a game. This is fun. I don't get to talk very often. Normally it's just a bunch of screaming and killing.
Isaac doesn't really like games.
Which do you want first? Good news, bad
I'll
news?
speak for myself, Noah. Thank you.
Good news or bad news? Come on, let's play the game. Come on, it's Zach.
No, Noah. Which one do we want? Good news or bad news? Come on, you're a decision maker. Which one should I go for?
The train you're looking for is not one I'm particularly interested in.
Oh, we'll come to you, Noah. Don't worry. This is gonna be fun. And Thomas like, just don't listen to him.
Don't feed
He's
into
good
this,
news.
Isaac.
Good news? Good news is you don't have to ride the train. Bad news is, of course, I know where she is.
What's the price?
She's in Richmond. Oh, no price. I don't charge for my information. She's in Richmond. You see, Mask,
You're never going to get there, it's Zach. She's never going to be there for you.
I don't charge for my info. Thomas is like, don't listen. He's leading you astray. Sonny, Now, come on, Thomas. You know I don't lie. He doesn't lie, but there's truth, and then there's his truth, and you don't know which one's which. Now, that's not very hospitable.
Compared to what we've gotten from you, Thomas, I think breaking even at this point.
It's a fun little game to play. I give information, and in return, I get fed. I'm feeling pretty full at the moment, so anyone else want some charity? I can help out.
Feeling a little bare-boned right now. I think you can move on.
What? You don't got any more questions? I've got a good one for you. You ready? Here's one you should be asking. There's 6 little birdies outside. But there were 7 who came in the building. Where'd the 7th birdie go?
Where's Aurora?
She's not out there with you.
No, he's asking the circle. He's not asking the voice.
Margot's looking through the window because the last place she saw her was in the building.
Mm-mm.
She's not inside.
Really? Thomas and Prudence inside, and she just goes poof.
Look, Thomas is here.
Maybe she fell through one of those holes again, like she did before.
Maybe she left because you kept bitching about her smelling like smoke.
I turn around and walk off.
Little Miss Prudence knows stay in the building. That's why she's not out here. She don't like me very much. It's rather upsetting. It hurts my feelings.
Oh, you have feelings?
Of course. Don't you? No. This is fun. Thomas, you haven't been teaching them. It's great. We all have feelings. It's all we have left. Don't walk too far, Missy. Oh, that upsets you to be called Missy, doesn't it? Don't walk too far, or you might find Aurora the hard way.
Are you threatening me? And she looks over at her
Not
shoulder.
me. Oh,
Can I try and get any other insights from him by what he's saying? Any
I will let anyone who wishes to roll can roll. Let me pull up my stat list. You can roll wits and awareness because it's a supernatural one in nature. Awareness is one. If you think you have a better thing to try to suss out his game or something, you can roll that instead.
Under perception, I have the insightful specialty. Can I use that instead of wits?
Yes, I will let you use that. Difficulty is only 6.
Wits, empathy with truths.
Yes. And the difficulty is 6. It's a very simple roll. Damn, Tart. You got the dice on the wrong ones, the ones that torture you, and then on everything else, you're rolling ones. 4, 3, 2.
Two.
2?
2.
2's enough. 1 failed. It's obvious it's a game to him. That it's obvious that he's stringing you along, telling you just enough to string you along in a lot of ways.
Tell me, voice, why is it some humans seem to get flames in their eyes?
Yeah. See, that's a good question. I like that. But you didn't say the magic word.
Please.
Say the magic word. Please. See, we can be hospitable.
Funny from you.
I'm being hospitable. I'm speaking. I could be down there, tearing you apart. I could put a mark down your face that never goes away.
Again with the threats.
I could.
Again
But
with
no,
the threats.
we're speaking. We're being polite. Mortals don't have flames in their eyes. Investigator, there is your answer.
I know this. Tell me what does it.
Alexis, I don't think it goes against my better nature, not asking questions. I don't think it's a good idea.
As he leans forward, hunching, his eyes fill with flame.
That's still not an answer.
That is the answer. Look around.
Specters have
Look
fire
at your
in their eyes.
friends. Look at them.
Is it only specters?
And for all of you there, the moment you catch anyone else's eye, all of you have flames in your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one of you.
Is it only ones like you that can do that?
No.
That's what I thought.
This is bullshit. Don't play his game.
Too late.
No, I got my
Too late.
answers I needed.
We don't
Thomas
know the
goes,
cost.
no. Speaking out of turn, little Tom. Silence. And then you just see Thomas's mouth moving. Not a noise coming out. See what
Jesus
happens when I
Christ.
get fed? Oh, I've been fed. I have power to spare. Any other amazing questions? I'm enjoying this. This is so fun. So enjoyable to tear little Tom down.
The buffet's closed, I'm sorry.
It's never closed. It's always open.
You have overstayed your welcome.
Perhaps. Little brothers and sisters, you know where to find me when the time comes.
Indeed, I do.
Enjoy. I'm sure we'll talk again. Ain't that right, little Tom? He can't speak.
Let him speak.
Now, why would I do that? He's so rude.
Well, if you're leaving, give him his voice back. You can ignore it as you
It'll
walk
cost
away.
you. Anyone wish to pay?
I didn't think you took fees.
Not for information, but you're asking a favor. You're asking me to allow him to speak.
What kind of payment are you asking for?
A memory. Let me have a memory. Any memory. Does not matter.
And what's-
Open
and what is-
yourself to me and I will take it.
And what is the cost to us to give you that memory?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Just gives me something to remember.
So we get to pick the memory?
Of course.
Alexis will give him one.
What do you give him a memory of?
When she graduated from Georgetown.
Such a benign memory. So many. When I do that, they try to give me pain. And they only feed themselves further. Now be careful. You don't want to run into those who have Aurora. See you later, little Tom. And Tom goes, shouldn't have. And this thing stands, and you see the wings unfurl from its back as it takes to the sky.
Noah's just going to say, have you learned nothing? And just kind of agitated and walks inside.
And while this occurred, your family left Tark. Palmer and Buchanan are gone. And
Is anyone going to worry about Aurora?
Noah was going to go inside and start looking for signs of Aurora and do a little investigation.
You find Prudence. She's kind of hiding in the corner.
Did you see where Aurora went?
Is it gone, Master? Is it?
Yeah, he took off. You don't. My name's Noah. You don't need to call me Master.
I saw her go through that wall, the back wall there. She said something about cigarette smoke, and there's a butt can out there. She's probably out at the butt can. I know that's what they call it because it says on it, butt can, and...
Okay. Out this way?
Backside of the building.
Is there a door? I guess I'll have to go through. I'll go through the wall.
Okay. And while he's doing this, Thomas is out front just... I was hoping he wouldn't find you. I was hoping he wouldn't notice.
Thomas, if you want to teach us things, tell us more about him.
He's an asshole.
Well,
He's a specter. Came.
Oh, that's a specter.
He started coming around about 5 years ago. Man, just... He's always fucking with me. He's always starting shit. But anytime I try to rescue somebody.
What can he do? What can specters do?
You just saw him. Well, they can do a lot of things. His
they can
voice...
do more than that?
Some can. He's a talker. He likes to speak. And when he speaks, anger follows.
Irrational anger, like you're just angry at everything?
Yeah. That's pretty close, Sonny.
Oh, yeah. I think we all felt that. Thomas, speaking of that, you said 5 years, right?
Yeah,
When did the guy that you mentioned previously, the one that was doing your job that you're trying to do now, disappear?
Oh, Barton? Well,
yeah.
I don't fully... Miss Pruden said it was about 5 years... No, Isaac, it wore off. When he left, it wore off. I don't like the sound of that.
I don't either, but you said specters are kind of tied to the shadow kind of bits.
Okay, so here's... Okay, Missy, here's the deal. You know, I talked about the shadow calling you out.
Yeah, the asshole.
What happens if it
in my
wins?
head.
What happens if it wins?
I don't know. Is that? So
that's what
that, or
that's what we turn into.
One of the two. Well, some get destroyed. Some turn into that.
I'm sorry, Thomas. I drew some conclusions.
That can't be old Barton. No, Missy, that can't be, because Barton wasn't like that. He was...
Doesn't matter what he was like. The other him.
And I've seen yours, Thomas, and it looks pretty strong.
I'm sorry, Thomas, and she's actually going to give him a hug.
Okay. Okay. I've got to send a message. This has just been a rough day for everybody here. Okay. And it can't be. Can't.
I hope it's not him.
Don't listen to him. Isaac, don't believe what he said. That you don't want to go to Richmond.
So what did he mean that I didn't have to have a train to get there?
Because if she's in Richmond, you can walk. But
That's where the hierarchy is.
Yeah, and you don't want to just walk there. That's not how you want to do it. But doesn't lie.
Way.
You have no idea.
You say there's a better way, Thomas.
He doesn't lie, but his version of truth has never been real. It's twisted. Yes, yeah.
I know truths like that.
Yeah, it's not normal. He's not normal. He's that.
Margot's going to walk away from Tom and go to try and find where Noah went, because Noah was actually looking for Aurora.
He acted like an addict.
We need emotion to survive.
He likes to be a glutton.
And since we need emotion to survive, so do they. So you know. Oh, mask up.
You know exactly what that's like, don't you? Addicts. Always wanting for more. More. And you helped.
That's what I
Such
always
a
do,
shame.
Dave. I always help them, Dave. That's what I do to addicts.
Dave?
It's what he calls the voice in his head.
Listen. I'm sure some of you by now have felt, this, how can I put it? You feel refreshed when certain emotions happen near you.
No, I haven't experienced that yet. Haven't really been around people much.
Well, you'll get it. But that dark side, the shadows I've tried to explain to you, it gets power too, off of emotions. And that thing does too. And every time I've seen him, it's been anger and hate. And he does the same thing. He speaks. People get angry. I've seen him turn bars into fights. And then when he's done, he offers answers. It's a game. It's barter to him. You've already paid for the information, you see. He's fed.
Is there anything we can do to stop him from feeding on us like that?
Why do you keep putting more on your plate? Stay focused.
Kill him. I mean, you could probably starve him out, but kind of is real good at angering people.
Yeah, we saw that. And Tark is just kind of like wandering around kind of in a circle. He's that angry that he's been wasting his time. And he missed his family driving away. He didn't get to see him go. He's resolving that he needs to get on this.
And you know Missy? He's
Which
talking
one?
to Alexis. He knows Alexis is pissed at it, but
I have a name. My name is Alexis Langley.
old habits die hard. Okay, Alexis. You asked him a question. He gave you an answer. But remember, the answer suits his purpose, not yours.
Oh, I understand that.
That's
I
all of his
disseminate
answers.
information. It's what I've done my entire life.
His answers always serve him or the voices.
Thomas, I am sorry. I didn't realize everyone would hear what I thought and what I said.
Yeah. Well. Sorry I pulled a knife on you, Sonny.
It's all right. I deserved it.
His voice
That's
works
what
on me
pissed me
too,
off.
as you can see.
Yeah.
I am increasingly getting more and more frustrated because I have a job to do. And I am being blocked at every turn.
You don't have a job, you're dead. We don't have jobs. Jobs is what that hierarchy shit does. You just exist. Like I do.
I
Well, if
might
you
as
have a
well
purpose-
not if I have nothing to do.
If we give ourselves a
have a
purpose, or we have one.
I mean, I do. I have a purpose. I saved you from Deathmark Reapers. I mean, we got to have something.
And if you want me to find out what happened to your descendant, you need to stop getting in my way.
I'm not trying to get in your way.
Oh, yes, you are.
But you need to learn the rules of the road before you can drive.
Then tell it to us and quit
trying, and then
stringing
y'all just
us
ignore me.
along.
And little miss over there starts fucking with emotions, and you start fucking whispering. I've been trying, and you don't see how this isn't helping. This is what the problem is.
We all seem
And I
to
swear
have powers,
it's
and we need
it's
to
the
learn how to
time.
use them.
It's these days. All of you are just so hooked on gotta have it now, always gotta be moving, always gotta get your hands in everything, and you don't take the time to learn. You won't even know what powers you have you're still figuring out what powers you have. I don't know what you have. Come on, Sonny, I don't know. We all manifest different. We all do different things. But right now, we got a bigger problem.
What's that?
We're missing a birdie. He wasn't lying.
Do you know what happened to her?
No, he didn't say. But if he said we're missing one, we're missing one.
So it means maybe something like what happened to Noah?
It's not that simple with him.
Or she got snatched?
And as you're looking out back, Noah, you found the butt can.
No sign? Do I see any drag marks, any smells, any...
Well, there wouldn't be
anything
drag marks. There is a faint whiff of smoke heading towards the trees, but it's not there long. You know, it was kind of on the breeze a bit. But as you move around and start looking, you do find, it's hard to describe what it is. It looks like, could be a piece of wood, maybe reed. It's very difficult to describe. The best way would be maybe a piece of bamboo that had dried up on a poisonous lake. But it's there. You find it on the ground, and it's not like everything else you've seen. You can tell it's on your side, not theirs.
Does it look safe to pick up?
Intelligence and I'm trying to think what we could put with it. Awareness,
Enigma?
Yeah, there's a good one. Intelligence Enigma. While you're staring at it, the rest of the group, Thomas starts walking
what's
around
the
looking for stuff.
Difficulty
6, but I'm not telling you the margin. What's everybody else doing while Thomas is starting to, you can almost see him sweeping around, looking around the front of the building?
Margot was going to try and find Noah since he was focused on finding.
You saw Noah go
Aurora.
into the building.
Yeah. And Margot's gonna pop in and... Oh, hello, Miss Prudence. Have you seen Noah?
Yes, mistress, he went out back. Through that wall.
Thank you.
I'm assuming I took a bashing for that.
Yes.
And
Okay.
Margot's gonna follow.
Really, Noah? How is this moving us towards the leads we need? You are wasting your time. Focus on the agent, not the crazy fiction writer.
Now, when the shadow says that, Noah, hang on a second. I've got to have her roll.
Okay.
Let me reply what that costs, because this is not just her speaking in this case. There's what you're rolling. Okay. And I'm looking up the target's numbers. I can't say it out loud. And then we're going to go with this. This is a shadow's power. It's not just a voice, though. There's something odd about the way you're being spoken to, Noah.
Does my Eidolon help me against this?
No, because
What's
you don't
the
get to roll
difficulty?
against it. I can't
Okay.
tell you.
Well, okay.
Well, actually, I will. Give me 1 second. I'll tell
I need
you.
to know
I'll
if
tell
I
you
got
privately.
successes or not.
I will tell you privately on that one. I can't say it out loud. But as soon as I can get this sheet pulled back up, because I wish it would stop doing that. There we go. Okay. There you go. The words she's spoken have a very, very, the words he has spoken as your shadow. It's a very, very strange draw to them. It's very, very convincing. It is strangely compelling.
Noah's going to start heading back.
Okay. And Margot, you run into him as he's coming towards the building.
Noah, did you find Aurora?
Is it appropriate to respond?
Yeah, but you're trying to do, you feel compelled to do what the shadow has whispered. It doesn't prevent you from doing other things, but your main focus will be that.
No. Sorry again. Do I still get the benefit of the rolls that I made? The intelligence roll?
Yes.
I had 4 successes on that.
Okay. I mean, it's almost a stick. You don't think there can be too much harm in it. It's not anything important to you. You've learned not to mess with things important to you, but it's not really important to you.
Yeah. No, the only thing I found was the stick, but it looks like it's on our side. It looks safe to pick up, but I didn't see Aurora back here.
You didn't see anything?
No.
Where the fuck did she go? Margot's gonna try and take a look.
It's a stick. Looks like a reed or a piece of bamboo, maybe, but it looks like it's literally been planted in toxic shit and decayed. And I mean, it has the tattered look of things that are on the other side, not this side. It's just laying on the ground.
Oh, that's gross.
Looks almost like it was left there on purpose.
I'm gonna walk a little bit further.
Okay. And as this is going on, of course, what is the rest of the group doing? Thomas seems to be checking around the building as if he's looking for somebody.
Okay, Alexis. I didn't like that guy either. You've got to figure this out. Now we know you can't trust Palmer, but he said things to Buchanan, and he couldn't have been lying when he said those. Come on, what are the facts?
I'm working on it. I'm working.
Work faster.
What is Tart doing? You're upset.
Yeah, but nothing can do about it. I mean, she's gone. But am I anywhere close to Alexis? Because I want to talk to her and ask
You're
her
both
about-
out front. Yes.
Yeah, we're both out front. Alexis hasn't moved yet.
Margot has gone and disappeared into the building.
She's actually looking
Noah's
at
gone.
Isaac.
Thomas is around the corner.
Okay. I want to just talk
Hang
to
on,
Alexis
mask
for
up.
a minute.
Sorry. Finally, they're gone. Now you can get focused.
I'm trying.
Get your head on straight, Tark.
I'm trying. What's going to be your name? I'm going to have to come up with one. So I go to over to talk to Alexis and ask her about, what it felt like when you went into that badge. I mean,
While you're doing that, Isaac, what are you doing?
As Alexis is distracted, Thomas is looking, and everybody else has gone. Isaac makes his way around the left-hand side of the building and disappears.
Slips away. Okay. I will let you two have your scene now.
It felt comforting.
Because
I felt
I had
at
something
ease.
Yeah.
And it felt refreshing.
Hmm.
And when I came out of it, I was as solid as I can be again.
Because I had something similar happen with that helicopter.
Was the helicopter important to you?
No, not at all. So
Oh, that
I
must
don't
be
know
one
what-
of your special skills.
Hmm.
But then
I
again,
noticed-
you made drones, yes?
Yes.
Mechanically inclined. So maybe that carried over. Maybe you're still mechanically inclined.
Possibly. I don't know how it's going to work to our advantage here, but hopefully something will. You seem to know Buchanan.
He was my partner. Long time ago. About 10 years ago, actually.
Oh, that long ago. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just it seemed more recent.
Mm-mm. Why do you say that?
Oh, you just seem to be familiar with him. I mean, but I guess if you work with
Well,
somebody...
we were partners for a long time.
Right. Yeah, you get to know somebody like that.
Yeah.
What about that Palmer guy? I mean, I wanted to
Oh,
kill
I'm
him.
not impressed at all. I only knew him by reputation, but never experienced working with him. But no, definitely not impressed. He's cocky. Too cocky. It's going to end up getting him killed.
Oh, well, no tears on that. The way he was looking at my wife.
I just hope he gets my badge off his waist before that happens.
It seemed like he was... You're the agent, so you'd understand what the way interrogations are done, but he seemed to be having leading questions for her.
Yeah, he was not doing it appropriately. At all. That's why I said what I said. He wasn't cut out for it.
Okay.
He may be good at doing scene work, but that doesn't mean he's good with people.
He seemed to be pretty good in a certain way. But
Not appropriate, and he can be terminated for that.
I'll work on that.
Yeah.
But they did seem to know about, well, my problems, my work having been stolen. I wonder if there's any way I can get that information out of them.
I don't know. If I can ever get a chance to actually tail them, I might be able to get a lot of information. But I keep getting cockblocked.
Well, maybe if we
And
work together.
honestly, I'm getting real fucking tired of it.
Yeah, I can understand that completely. Maybe we can work together somehow on that.
Maybe. And she looks over her shoulder. Where the fuck is Isaac?
Well, he was
God
just
damn
there
it.
just a second ago.
Hey, Thomas,
I knew he was going to take off. I knew it.
What you got, Missy? And Thomas comes around the right side of the building.
Yeah, and she's back by the butt can. There's a stick over here.
And he comes running over and he look. I know what that is. Go ahead, pick it up. Just pick it up.
Okay, she picks it up.
When you pick it up, you hear a voice. We have her, Thomas. Now you got to trade. And then it kind of crumbles.
What the hell was that?
Message read. Mort's got her.
Is this why you didn't want to pick it up?
No, I was going to do that no matter who picked it up. Just a message read. Jeez, this is not good, Missy. This is bad. And then he hears Alexis kind of swearing from out front. And which way does Alexis and Tart go? You do vaguely recall he went around to the left of the building, but that was all you vaguely recall.
Was I even aware of that? Because I was
You saw him go around the other side of the building.
I start heading that way.
But he's nowhere to be found.
We'll both go.
Because you saw Thomas go the other way, and at the time, distracted, you probably were assuming he was looking to sweep around the other side of the building.
I'm going to roll an investigation.
Go ahead.
Is that going to be intelligence or perception?
Intelligence, or either one. You can go either one. I'll let you have.
It doesn't really matter. And I'm going to use quick searches.
Okay. Now, see, the big problem with the dead is they don't leave a trace when they walk.
But something...
You might be able to catch a glimpse through the trees.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps. So roll and see. It's very difficult. Difficulty's 8, and you don't get to know the margin. I never like to give out margins.
That is 4 successes.
Don't see a thing.
God damn it. God damn it.
Quit worrying about that. He wasn't helping the investigation.
It's not like I can
Focus
fucking investigate now. I don't know where Buchanan went.
Well, you're hanging around with Tark. He's obviously not the sharpest tack. He may be a genius, but he doesn't know anything about what's going on. Focus on what you need.
And Aurora has been taken by the death marks. Isaac has wandered off on his own designs. Noah has been pushed by a shadow to focus on what should be important to him. And you met the voice. And this is where we're going to be ending this episode. Because I'm evil like that. And we love our cliffhangers, right, everybody? Oh, Specters are blighted creatures. They carry with them the stench of oblivion. They are the bottom crawlers and feed upon the hopeless. They're getting to know you. They embrace your nightmares and fill them up. They awake the shadows asleep within you. They seek to conquer and consume you. But never mistake, they're not all madness. There's a malign intelligence. And they play their own game with the same end goal of oblivion. And I would like to, of course, thank my players and the viewers for this episode. My players spoiled some of the dark shit that was supposed to happen in the first half through judicious use of power, and I do not fudge dice rolls and I do not take away player agency. So my storyline got derailed right there, and guess what? It got fucking derailed because it's the player's story, not mine. I just make sure shit happens. I hope everyone liked this Spectre that I've put together to visit. Margot, goddammit. Way too quick on the pickup when I said 5 years. I knew I shouldn't have said 5 years. Mm-hmm. Knew it. I knew somebody'd pick it up.
Oh, I picked it up too, but she called it first.
Damn it, man.
We need an address for them to mail the cigars to, because all of us fathers, we should have cigars.
Yeah.
For our children.
Yeah.
I prefer Rocky Patel vintage 1990s.
Yep. So 2 of the 6 that died now find out they have kids coming.
Plural.
What do I have in store for the last member of this circle? Now, of course, everybody gets an XP. Yay, XP. And that little bit at the end about specters wake the shadow asleep inside you. So you know, the shadows in this game did not start off at full power. Because just like they were newly dead, learning their powers, the shadow had to learn theirs too. But as this is episode 5, I said the shadows were coming into the rest of their power. And it has been awoken by meeting the Thinker. So the shadows are about to get a little stronger in future episodes. And of course, y'all have to go figure out, now you've got a problem. You've got Isaac gone and Aurora taken. So you get your 1, everyone gets 1 more for role play. Learning curve. What did I think Isaac really learned some shit here. But let's hear him say it. What'd you learn?
First off, he learned Thomas will pull a knife on him if he pushes it too far.
You see what Alexis been saying? He's hostile.
He's hostile. Yeah,
he's not immune to the Spectre's powers.
Travel is not just limited to the train. There are obviously other ways to get around, and it's a little slippery about it. But I get the feeling there's some shortcuts somewhere. That's kind of what I was getting out of that.
Mm-hmm. How about Margot?
Oh, yeah. Putting that piece together. The message thing.
Old Barton. He's been wondering where old Barton went. But as been pointed out, I mean, Thomas's heart's in the right place, but he's not the swiftest. He's not the sharpest tool in the drawer, I can tell you. You know? And
also the fucking with emotions bit and how much that can bite people in the ass.
For creatures of emotion like wraiths, one of your greatest strengths is the ability to fuck with emotions. Mm-hmm. You can do a lot of shit to the quick by tweaking the emotions, or as Noah found out, by putting the right memories in people's heads. Mm-hmm. You can change the way they're thinking, what they're going to do, just by fucking with memories. You know, much like all of us. The right memory at the right time will change your opinion. And that was great role-playing from both of you. So what did Noah learn?
He learned about the voice, and that there's no pun intended, shady figures down here that act just like humans he's interviewed and interacted with before. He learned that human nature exists down here in some regards.
And only a fool would immediately assume that because specters have lost to oblivion, that they're all creatures of madness or only bent on destruction.
Right.
They're not. They have their own personalities and their own games and goals they play. They still look for the same end result, but how they go about it, much like your own shadows, are unique. Alexis, other than learning that Palmer's a douchebag.
Oh, God. All shit. Palmer's a douchebag. The voice is a douchebag. Thomas is a fucking douchebag.
Damn, that's a lot of douche. That's some squeaky clean shit around here with all that douche going on.
Summer's Eve level.
Oh,
Vinegar and water.
Now somebody's going to start calling Thomas Eve. Watch.
But no, she has actually learned a bit more about the circle this time, because she's realized that when put under enough pressure, we crack. And that's a problem. We're going to have to come together as a team.
Now, the voice did speak and turned you against each other. But at the same time, there was already a little bit of
latency there.
Latent hostility going on because you're still learning each other and still feeling each other out. It's great. Tark, what did you learn? Other than dude wants to put the moves on your wife.
Well,
Dude's a fucking predator.
I'm going Yes. Well, I was just going to say that about the Spectre. I mean, I learned what a Spectre was. I mean, you got to meet one, right? And what kind of a predator they can be. You know, how they can affect us, too. You know, I also found out what it was like to go incorporeal and go smashing through the wall. That was the first time for me when I just walked out to see Esmeralda. And I also found out, that we, like Noah did, we can affect the living. We can affect their intended course of action to some degree.
Yeah.
And you still haven't resolved. You saw Margot do something that changed Palmer's. You're right, Alexis. Palmer's was being very predatory, but Margot did something that put a stop to that predatory behavior. And I'm sure that's going to come up later when there's a moment that it can be talked about, because I don't think now is the time. So now for the players' vote. This time I'm going to start with Alexis. Who gets your player vote? For who advanced the story the most or the circle's agenda the most? This is always the toughest part.
It is hard.
Mm-hmm.
It is hard.
Am I going to have to come back to you?
No. I'm going to go with Margot.
Okay. Why? Or just because?
Well, she basically de-escalated the fucking douchebag Palmer. She also redirected folks to look for Aurora.
And had she not de-escalated the Palmer, Tark would have been pushed pretty damn far, because it was going to get a little more predatory every minute that went on. Nothing obvious, but anyone who knows the signs that when somebody's that vulnerable, they won't pick up on the way he was acting.
Mm-hmm.
So, Tark, how about you? Who's your vote for the extra XP?
I'm going to give it to Margot. For derailing that scene that had the potential to become a whole lot worse.
I figured Tark would be thankful somebody managed to derail it before the sadistic storyteller really put the screws in.
Yeah.
Noah?
I'm going to go with... Carry the one. Yeah, I'll go with Margot.
Margot as well. So right now it's 3 to Margot. Now we ask Isaac.
Tark, because he came out of his shell a bit here. He was going out, seeking out other people and trying to drive things, even though somebody's evil shadow was trying to shut him down.
It's a very good point. Because Tark, Urian as a player isn't normally that forward. And he was a lot more forward as a player this time. So that's true. Margot, your vote.
Oh, it was going to be Tark. Even before Tam said anything. That was just beautiful. And the emotion was palpable.
They both should get.
I will give the XP to Margot and to Tark. Because one of the things, I will admit, one of the reasons I selected Urian to be in this is to push him into this kind of his role play into being a little more forward with it. And we're getting to see that now, and I like that.
Yay.
Of course, to the viewers, last week's bonus XP went to Margot.
Yep.
So,
thank y'all.
Yep. So pop over on the Discord, vote for who you think should get the bonus XP. Can be for any reason at all. Please vote for it. Because the players, it's not only to give them the bonus experience, the players just love to see the viewer engagement. It shows that, the viewers were watching and got to feel something with the episode, even if you saw one scene and in the end, you can base it on that one scene. That's the beauty of this method. And yes, I stole it from Macabre Derek. I don't care. Speaking of Macabre Derek, if you want to see some other good content on YouTube, check out our friends list over in chat. Macabre Derek's in there. He runs a visceral vampire game. Check out Anime Panda, who's in Haunted Chronicles. She does D&D homebrew. She's real friendly to the European types because She's over in Europe. So her streaming hours are actually a lot friendlier to those fans overseas, which is good. Nice diversity on that. Check out RPG Table, does Vampire, all these good things. If you want to give us a follow, if you want to support the channel and you're watching this on Twitch, you can give us a follow or subscribe. If you've got Amazon Prime, you get a free subscription. If you're seeing this on YouTube, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. And then go to our homepage of our YouTube. Go over to the Haunted Chronicles and Ishvale and give them a subscribe because they also stream on this channel and they got the real long URL. And let's try to, come on. We're trying to hook these people up. If you want to check great content on this channel, every Tuesday, 8 p.m., Haunted Chronicles. It's a great show. A lot of fun. I don't know why this, the week before this one, good shit happened and I'm kind of shocked. So since this is recorded and
the doom is now palpable.
Yeah. Anytime Tam does something nice,
because they're going to go over that cliff.
Yeah, there's a fucking cliff coming. So I'm curious. I don't know until when this airs. I will have already seen it, but I'm pretty sure a big cliff.
World of Darkness type material. So yeah, you're going to go over that cliff of doom, and it's just going to be bad.
Ishvale is on Saturdays at 2 p.m. Eastern. Of course, if you're seeing this, Wraith we stream this every Wednesday. Mm-hmm. Pop onto our Discord. I can't stress enough. We've got a great community over there. Friendly people. There's a Bluebeard's Bride casting call still going on. If you want to play a game for breast cancer awareness, it's going to be a charity game run by Berlin. Bluebeard's Bride. Jump in on that. We've got a 10 Candles game coming up, but casting is closed for that. But casting is still open for a 7th Seas adventure. If you want
need some pirates.
You want to be a pirate?
And actually, this coming week, when this episode airs, our schedule is a little bit different. There is no Ishvale on Saturday, but there is the continuation of last month's Changeling one-shot on Sunday. And that's going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern. So do tune in for that. It's Changeling the Dreaming, and it's going to have myself and Ravinia in it, along with some other fun people.
It's a fun game.
It's a fun game.
It's not as dark as some of the other things. And
it's going to
sometimes
be chaos, and it's going to be awesome.
That's why we like Ishvale normally, because that elevates.
The
Ishvale elevates the dark shit that goes on the other streams on this channel. Yeah. Changeling also elevates it to give a little levity.
Mm-hmm. But it's going to be chaotic,
heartwarming, and hilarious.
Yes,
it was awesome.
Yeah, so. And so basically, it's all the drama, all the chaos. It's all coming to a head, and we're going to finish that out.
And it has Ravinia in it, and it has Verlin in it.
Yep.
And it's story told by Spectre Elifet.
Yep.
Which is a member of our Discord. She was also a guest. So. I think I've covered most of the big things. Is there anything I've missed?
Let's see. The Haunted Chronicles, after this one airs, so that'll be the 25th, is the conclusion to the Pirates.
Oh, that's correct.
So you will get to see Shanky will finish his role as Scappa.
As the Dread Quartermaster Scappa. And if you hear the dread something, you should get an idea of my costume.
It's wonderful. It's inconceivable.
Yeah. As you wish.
You keep saying that, but I don't think you know what it means.
What you think that means. And I defeated I defeated the Brute Squad.
Okay. Yes,
I was the Brute Squad.
I saw that. Oh my God.
That was
all right. Well, thank you for joining us, everybody. And do know that any bits or donations that you give to the stream go to the players of the stream. So it does not go to Shanky or myself, as we are basically the heads of McStabber Studios. And I'm married to him, so he has to buy all my shit. But you can actually help buy shit for Ravinia, Tam. Oh, wrong way. I'm mirrored. Ravinia, Tam, Dan, and Urine. So there you go.
Anyone have anything they want to add? Any of the players of this, other than you're amazing? This was great. Great role play again.
You guys are awesome. Thank you, Shanky. And thank you, viewers.
Yes,
you guys are great.
Good night, everyone.
Guys.
Good night.